your history with like emo music? I know you said you were in a band, things like that. How did you get into the music genre to begin with?
Yeah, going back in high school, like I was in high school bands, and I'm 40, so we're talking. I was going into high school when like pop punk and emo were kind of coming into the forefront. So I grew up with like Green Day, Blink 182, and stuff like that. And when I was in high school was when what we call third wave emo was becoming the big thing, which was like Taking Back Sunday, Jimmy Eat World, Brand New, bands like that. And those are the bands that I started listening to and playing music that sounded like. And then My Chemical Romance and The Used. When I was in high school, 2002, 2003, and then 2004 to 2006, I was in a band that was called Reserved, and we played in that kind of peak, hot topic emo kind of movement. If you're familiar with like Taste of Chaos, which was a tour with My Chemical
That was like my middle school, high school
Right.
era. So
Yeah.
Okay.
So we opened like one of those shows. And so that was kind of like my heyday. But I was never like major label signed. Like we had some tour shows and we played a lot in like Ohio and the Midwest. But I was very much a regional emo guy. But it was always kind of the joke that I was locally like, oh, well, that's Ryan. He was the emo guy, you know, like he was one of those guys. That sort of catchphrase, like it was never a phase kind of thing. I was one of those guys that, you know, in my 20s and early 30s had like tried to grow up and was in the suburbs and trying to get like the job and, our emo swipe, it had turned into a lot more like business haircut with the expanse of social media and stuff like that. Just finding that the emo kids were still out there. We sort of rediscovered that music again. But that's kind of where I was in terms of emo and stuff like that. I was kind of a washed up emo rocker and found out that my people were all still out there, you know?